What's up, everybody? You know what day it is. You know what time it is. It is Sunday. It is 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Do you know where your cryptids are?
Yep.
So we're going to try to get through this. It is hot. We had a long day yesterday.
Yes, very long.
Out in the heat.
Doing what we do best.
Try not to die.
Well, we managed that
So-
part. We're here. And hey, Tammy, how are you?
All righty. Like I said, we're going to try and get through this. We spent all day yesterday out in the woods tracking down something brand new or something old.
It was something. That's all I can say.
That'll be a whole new show coming later on, a whole new episode.
Hopefully by then I forget all about it.
No, because we'll probably go back and camp out at the place and wait for this big, giant wolf creature to come out of the woods and chew on our faces. Anyway, that's enough babble. We're going to get right to the meat and potatoes. We're still in California. California.
Oh, yeah. Where are we at this time in California?
We're in San Diego. This is season 4, episode 6. And we are talking about the Whaley House.
The Whaley House. You know, I've never heard of it.
I've heard a little bit about this. A lot of this is coming from our number one fan, Tammy, who's doing a lot of research for us while we go out and play in the woods and try not to get eaten.
Well, we appreciate it, Tammy. Thank you.
Because we're on that grind before September to get as many cases in and logged as we can get before we start doing the ghost town walks.
Yes. Gotta get that together here soon.
All right, so the Whaley House in San Diego, California. It is a Greek Revival style residence, according to Wikipedia. We're gonna save Tammy's wonderful 9-page report for a little bit. We'll go over some of the basics. She's got that jam packed with a lot of stuff. It's in Old Town San Diego, California. It's the oldest brick structure in Southern California, built in 1857. It is a California Historical Landmark number 65 and currently maintained by Historic Tours of America. The Whaley House was the home of Thomas Whaley and his family. At various times, it also housed Whaley's General Store, San Diego's second county courthouse, first commercial theater in San Diego. The house has witnessed more history than any other building in the city. The history of it. Thomas Whaley, of Scotch-Irish origin, was born on October 5th, 1823 in New York City, the 7th child in a family of 10. Whaley took over his family's successful business relations and left New York on January 1st, 1849. He traveled to San Francisco during the California Gold Rush, where he engaged in business. He then went to San Diego in September 1851. 2 years later, Whaley went back to New York and married Anna Eloise Dulaney on August 14, 1853. Together, they returned to California, arriving in San Diego on December 7, 1853. On August 22, 1857, the Whaleys moved in the new home, also known as the Whaley House. Information comes in very handy a little bit later on. So, Thomas and Anna Whaley had 6 children. Francis Hilton, December 28th, 1854. Thomas Whaley Jr., August 18th, 1856. Anna Amelia, June 27th, 1858. George Hay Rigold, November 5th, 1860. Violet Elise, October 14th, 1862. And Corinne Loren, September 4th, 1864. Francis Hilton was named after a business partner. Thomas Whaley Jr. suffered the scarlet fever in 18 months and died on January 29th, 1858. After the death of baby Thomas and the loss of a fire of their store, Thomas and Anna moved to San Francisco. So they left.
Mm-hmm.
1859, in January, Whaley turned his affairs in Old Town over to Frank Ames, a Wells Fargo agent. In the summer of 1868, Thomas invested some of his new capital stock in merchandise and headed back to San Diego. Thomas fixed up the old Whaley House, and Anna and the rest of the family arrived back home to San Diego on December 12, 1868. January 5th, 1882, Violet Elise Whaley and Anna Amelia Whaley were both married in Old Town San Diego. Violet married George T. Bertacucci, and Anna Amelia wed her first cousin, John T. Whaley. Wow. Son of Henry Hurst Whaley inside the family home. Unfortunately for Violet, just shortly after the nuptials, her new husband revealed to her in a letter his sordid past. Bertolacci was a con artist who only married Violet in the hopes of inheriting some of the Whaley family fortunes. Bertolacci vowed to prove his worthiness, but Mr. and Mrs. Whaley would try to sever all contact. Suffering from melancholy, Violet committed suicide by shooting herself in the chest with Thomas's .32 caliber on August 19, 1885. She was 22 years of age. Her suicide note reads, "Thus, mad from life's history, swift to death's mystery, glad to be hurled anywhere, anytime, out of this world."
Wow.
The suicide note is the passage from Bridge of Sighs, a poem by Thomas Hood. This particular poem is also offered up to Edgar Allan Poe as an example of painting with words. He spoke of it and it was referenced in his published works during his lectures. Corinne Lillian was also engaged at the time of her sister's death, but her fiancé broke off the engagement due to the scandal it raised. After these tragic events, Thomas Whaley built a single-story home for his family at 933 State Street in downtown San Diego, and the family moved into the new residence, leaving the Whaley House vacant for over 2 decades. So it sounds like the Whaleys basically got what's going on, like with Astoria. Astoria, we've got the Flavel Mansion and the Whaley House. So it's a big family, had a lot of money, and they got different houses popping up. The mansion is a museum, and the house, last I checked, there ain't nothing going on in that one, which really kind of sucks, because it looks haunted as hell.
Yes, it does.
Hey, I think that's a road trip we can do early. Is I know we have friends of ours that happen to live in Astoria.
Yes, we do.
Maybe we can give them a little call and be like, "Hey, could you
Hook us up?
See what we can do? Maybe we can get in the mansion. You know, instead of just walking through as a paying customer, actually do a full-blown investigation." Flavel House, the Flavel Mansion is a whole nother topic.
Right.
Don't mind us. We're a little tired. Brain is just kind of going all over the place.
Mine's just totally gone. What are you talking about?
All right. Francis Whaley married Susan E. Murray in Mendocino, California on December 31st, 1888. So on December 14th, 1890, Thomas Whaley died due to ill health at the State Street address. And Amelia Whaley died at Modesto, California on December 12th, 1905. Meanwhile, the old Whaley House remained vacant and fell in disrepair. Late 1909, Francis Whaley undertook the restoration of the building, turned the home into a tourist attraction where he posted signs promoting its historicity and entertained visitors with his guitar. Anna Whaley, Thomas's widow, Corinne, Lillian, Francis, and George all lived in the old Whaley House in 1912. On February 24th, 1913, Anna died at 80 years old. A year later, Francis Whaley died on November 19th, 1914. George Whaley died on January 5th, 1928 in San Diego. And Corinne Lillian Whaley continued residency in the house until her death in 1953.
Damn.
So they actually lived there for a long time.
Dang.
So, I mean, we do have some stuff. So apparently, let's go to the PDF and go through that. The problem is Tammy put like a lot of stuff into this thing. So,
Yeah.
all right, the Whaley House. Many believe that the home site was cursed or haunted before the Whaleys built their home on the San Diego property. Prior to the Thomas Whaley building the Greek Revival brick home for his family, the site was used for public execution. So a lot of people got hung where the house sits.
I think, yeah, most notably Yankee Jim.
Yeah, Thomas was unfazed by the story and kept building his dream home. Why would you want to do that? Hey, a bunch of people just got hung here. Why do you keep building over there?
They had nothing better to do. Shit.
After moving in, they told the San Diego Union that they had heard loud footsteps in the house. It was believed to be the ghost of Yankee Jim Robinson, the man who was hanged on the property for theft. There's a story about a case of mistaken identity, and the wrong Yankee Jim was hung at the gallows for grand larceny of horse and boat thievery. Thomas Whaley was present at the execution. Didn't we just do that yesterday out in the woods looking for a horse thief?
Yeah.
It's kind of odd how it's all falling into place.
You gotta stop this, man. It's getting a little spooky.
What next? Giant dogs? Tammy, if you wrote down giant wolfhounds in here, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Goodbye, we're done.
If it's there, I'm gone. I'm not even gonna say another word. Chair's gone, empty. Yeah. It's all you.
Let's look back in the history of the Whaley family. Thomas Whaley was born. Oh, yeah, okay, we already covered some of that. The Whaley home was designed by Thomas Whaley and made from bricks created in Whaley's very own brickyard on Conde Street. It was furnished with mahogany and rosewood furniture, Russell's carpets, and costing more than $10,000 upon completion. That would be a value of $369,000 today.
Wow.
The home was overwhelmingly praised as the first of its kind and finest home in Southern California. The home was completed in 1857 and is now a historic landmark. The following year, the first tragedy struck the family. One of the sons, Thomas Whaley Jr., was stuck with scarlet fever at the age of 18 months. He died in the home. Another loss came soon after when the Whaley store caught on fire, burning almost everything. Stories say that these events were the first of Yankee Jim's curse.
Mm-mm.
Because, hey, who doesn't like a good curse? Family moved to San Francisco. Thomas moved back in 1868 to fix up the old house. Soon the whole family moved in. Thomas opened up a store in the lower floor of the home. The Tanner Troupe was a traveling performing group that was led by Thomas Tanner. They rented an upstairs bedroom in the Whaley home. On opening night, the room held 150 guests and a standing room only performance. This didn't last long, though. Tanner dies just 17 days after the opening night show. Wow. I could not find that in any other of the web pages, so that is kind of cool.
And how can you have so many people in that room? Or am I just
definitely no fire codes at that point?
No, guess not.
In 1869, the county of San Diego leased a room for a courtroom and 3 upstairs bedrooms, all for $65 a month. That is about $2,600 now. In 1871, while Thomas was away on a business trip, a group of armed men held Anna Whaley at gunpoint while they seized the court records that were stored in the home. Thomas offered to sell the home to the city to use for the courthouse, but they were not interested. The official moved the courthouse that year. Wow, I wonder why you'd want to move the courthouse. It's not safe. It's a home.
Right. That's my thought. Dumbass.
January 5th, 1882, 2 of the Whaley daughters were married in a double wedding ceremony. We talked a little bit about that before. Violet Elise married George Bertolozzi, and Anna Amelia married her first cousin, John Whaley. I hear banjos.
Bum, 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 yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. George abandoned Violet just weeks into the marriage. He wrote her a letter saying he married her for the dowry. Other stories say that he wrote her a letter about his sordid past and that he was a con artist and had wanted her inheritance. The story goes on to say he tried to prove his worthiness, but the Whaleys severed all contact with George. Divorce was not an option back in the day, so she was shunned by the community for the events of her marriage. She's only 22 years old and deeply affected by the situation. August 19th, 1885, Violet took her father's .32 caliber revolver and shot herself in the chest. Suicide note, which we talked about.
Why would she shoot herself in the chest instead of the head?
Open casket.
Shit, so what? I don't think they did open caskets back in the day.
I don't know. That would be something for us to go down to San Diego and ask her ourselves.
Yeah.
History tragedy. The house was built on the site of a former cemetery and gallows. And the Whaley family experienced several deaths within its walls, including the suicide of Violet Whaley and the death of Thomas Whaley Jr. from scarlet fever. Countless visitors and staff have reported experiencing unexplained phenomena such as strange noises, flickering lights, cold spots, and apparitions.
Well,
The house is said
lights
to
and cold spots could be the flickering lights and cold spots could probably be, figured out back in the day. I mean, it's an old back in the day, electricity, probably wasn't as solid as it is now, and cold spots. Hell, what kind of insulation do they have? Probably none.
Well, it's also an old brick building that
Exactly.
they built. They let it sit and decay, and then they rebuilt it. So, I mean, faulty electrical, flickering lights, cold spots, apparitions. It's made out of brick. Skeptic's Corner, a little early there for you people. The house is said to be haunted by the spirits of the Whaley family members, including Yankee Jim Robinson, who was executed on property before the house was built. The Whaley House has attracted paranormal investigators and ghost hunters, as well as tourists eager to experience the alleged paranormal activity firsthand. The Whaley House is more than just an historical landmark. It is a place where the past intertwines with the present, leading many to believe that its ghostly reputation is well deserved. Common stories include footsteps, disembodied voices, and the sound of a crying baby.
No, thank you. That's a little.
It's kind of almost sounds a little bit like the Stanley. You got the girls and the kids playing in the hallways while you're trying to sleep. That's when you got a baby crying.
Yeah, well, luckily enough, when I was at the Stanley, I didn't experience that. So.
Tammy says they do paranormal encounter tours. So yeah,
that almost sounds like it's rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the daughters. We have Violet Whaley, the Whaley's youngest daughter, is another well-known spirit of the house. She died by suicide at the age of 22. Violet struggled with depression after her marriage ended in divorce, and her fiancé died. The tragic death left a lasting impact on the family. Guests and staff reported seeing a woman in Victorian dress on the stairs. Some have heard her crying or whispering in empty rooms. Her presence is often felt in the upstairs bedroom where she died. Many believe Violet's spirit remains trapped by her tragic end. Visitors sometimes smell the stench of perfume or hear the rustle of a dress. Others have captured orbs or strange mists in photographs. Violet's room is often the site of the most intense ghostly activity in the house. Guests have reported feeling a heavy sadness or pressure upon entering. Some had heard soft sobbing or gentle footsteps pacing the floor above them. These experiences suggest Violet's spirit remains close to her former bedroom, which kind of a little sidetrack back to the Flavel mansion. We have about that same kind of a ghost where it is a woman, the daughter, who actually died of Spanish flu, I believe it was. And a lot of people have seen that woman, that in her 20s, wandering around between her bedroom and the bedroom across the hallway. Violet's photograph is said to have changed its expression when observed by visitors.
We'll say, what?
Apparently her picture up on the wall changes expressions. So you know what this means. This means we gotta go. We gotta tell it jokes until it smiles.
Dude, I swear to God, if I'm looking at a painting and it changes expressions, I'd be saying, okay, next room, we'll come back later. Yeah. I probably right off the bat wouldn't even know what to think about that if I saw that happen. I'd be saying, are my eyes deceiving me? Do I need to get different glasses?
Well, I mean, then we go to the other part of this. Other people have felt a slight touch or a hand brushing against them. So, if we're trying to make the picture change expressions with jokes and stuff, what if she doesn't like it? If she's touching people, what if we get smacked? Then we would have to do a certain
slapstick joke.
Well, we'll just throw that up on the screen for people to say that if we were to get slapped on camera, then we could do one of those. Wow! It smacked me! Oh my God! Look how red my face is!
No, we're not doing that dude. That thing that's at the bottom of the screen there. What's his name? Yeah, Zach Bagans. We're not doing that.
We're not saying he fakes a lot of stuff or anything. No. We're not saying that. Entertainment purposes.
Okay.
Oh, people are tuning in tonight just going, wow, these guys are way off the rails.
Really?
And can they just... I'm sure they're thinking it. We have 2 people watching this, probably our Twitch person. Right. Violet is a reminder of the family's sorrow and loss. Many visitors leave flowers or notes in her memory when they visit. So what if we took her flowers in front of the painting, her picture, and we try to get the picture to change, and then maybe she could smack us across the face, or...
Well, here's the thing. Okay, she likes flowers and notes, right?
Right.
What if you brought her the wrong kind of flowers? Then you'll get slapped. Just a thought.
It would look good on video.
You and that damn video.
Well, we've got to go with the not Zach Bagans.
Yeah.
All right. So many visitors report feeling watched while exploring the Whaley House. Some have seen fleeting shadows or heard soft footsteps behind them. These spirits are believed to be former family members or guests who love the house. Their presence is strongest in the late evening or early morning. Some describe sudden feelings of warmth or comfort as if being looked after. Others sense an invisible guide leading them through the house. How do we know we're not being led to our doom at this point? I feel it moving me. Look, it's pulling my arm. Oh my God, I went out the 2nd floor. It led me right out the door, right out the window.
I was going to leave that all for you because I'm thinking it. Glad you said it.
Well, okay, all right. We go back to we gave her the wrong flowers, and then she grabs her hand and leads us upstairs, and we're going around and like, wow, we're getting a world-class experience, and the spirit really likes us. And then the door opens and we step out, whee, out on the road.
Or we get pushed out. Jeez.
And we hear just her voice come out. It's going, Roses! Sir, I got the dandelions. I don't know.
Nice.
We gotta apologize to people at home. It's hot up here. It was hot yesterday.
Hey, I'm cool where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I got the fan on me. Ghost hunters have captured strange readings and unexplained voices in empty rooms. The unseen watcher is a reminder of the house's living history. Guests often feel a gentle touch or a breeze when windows are open. These experiences suggest a protective or guiding presence right out the second floor window. The unseen watcher adds to the house's mysterious charm. Many believe these spirits are guardians of the Whaley family legacy. And then, of course, not all spirits at the Whaley House are somber or sorrowful. Some are playful and enjoy harmless pranks, like leaning you out the upstairs window and out the door. We're just running with that. It's chaos. It's a harmless prank. It's the second story. You'll be fine. You'll survive. Visitors have reported finding small objects moved or hearing laughter in empty rooms. Others have seen lights flicker or doors open on their own. So now we got more doors opening.
Okay, so if door's opening, what door's closing?
And where does that door lead to?
Exactly.
These spirits seem to enjoy interacting with the living, especially in the kitchen and parlor. Well, hey, you know what? I'll get down in the kitchen. We'll start making up a big meal. We'll get them excited.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there thinking, don't let them near the knives.
Yeah, playfully throwing knives at us. Yeah,
playfully? That's playfully?
And then it laughs at us. We brought her the wrong flowers.
I'm actually sitting here imagining all that like it's actual. That's just messed up. Oh, go on.
Oh.
I can just see it now. No roses. I'm in the kitchen trying to cook, prepare a meal. Throw the damn knife because you brought the wrong flowers. Wow. Just wow.
Just can't seem to make her happy, man.
Well, hell, what? 22? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We'll leave that alone.
Some guests have heard the sound of children playing or giggling. There is an abundance of photographs where strange mists and orbs have inexplicably appeared. Other individuals can feel a gentle pull on their hair or a corner of their cloak. Well, you and me don't got to worry about pulling of the hair. Maybe the beard. The beard, the goatee, they can pull on that. The prankster spirits are typically categorized as harmless and benevolent. Their pranks are seen in a positive light and on a sense of whimsy to the house's haunted history, unless you give her the wrong flowers and then you piss her off, and then it's not going to be positive and whimsy.
Yeah, why do they deem it as positive? How can they justify it as positive?
It's throwing things and moving things.
That's not necessarily positive.
It's just a harmless prank.
Have you come across an entity, a spirit that was a positive prank that you, in turn, could have mistaken as something bad? I mean, yeah.
Well, see, I just bringing up that it's our dumb luck. I mean, We're going to do a little sidetrack here, people. So yesterday we were going to go to another different place and do an investigation. And bad vibes about it. So we went to a different place to just do a simple sit in the park, have cigars, do some spirit box, try to get in contact with a hanged horse thief and his dog. And then what happens?
Dude, it's his dog that's hanging around out there.
But that's a big dog.
I don't know what the hell that was, but if you say it's a dog, then so be it. But I don't think so.
I'm just going to report it as a dog because we had no weapons, and maybe in the last bit of the show we can go into a little bit more detail on that one.
All right. Forward on.
Yeah, now that we're just tired, everybody. This is not a total train wreck. Not a total train wreck tonight. We're just a little off the rails.
It's not chaos per se. It's just
we're just teetering. We're teetering on the rails.
Just a little derail.
Yeah, just a little shimmy. It's a little shimmy. The rails have got a little shimmy to it. The mysterious girl in the dining room. Another persistent legend involves the ghost of a young girl named Annabella Washburn, said to be the playmate of the Whaley children. According to local tales, she died tragically after running into a clothesline in the yard.
What? How? Clotheslines are usually up about, 6-7 feet?
Sometimes?
Okay, maybe back in the day, women were a lot shorter, so what, 4 foot? 5 foot?
According to local... let me read that again. According to local tales, she died tragically after running into a clothesline. What was the clothesline made out of? Normally it's rope. It's just a little bit of rope. Is this a steel cable? Is this barbed wire? What sick sadistic person is putting out something that's killing people?
Barbed wire for a clothesline? That'd just shred the clothing.
Well, okay, either A, this was not just a piece of rope, or B, this little girl was the Flash, and she was running across the yard at breakneck speed, and just got gapped, and that was it.
So I mean, running into the clothesline, so did it get her around the neck, the head, or what? I mean, I'm trying to think how, like you're saying, how fast could she be running? And what part of the body did that rope or whatever hit in order to cause a tragic incident like that?
It
makes no sense.
Did you ever see the movie Ghost Ship?
Yes.
The very beginning when all that line gets struck and it just starts slicing everybody?
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. Maybe it was, Tammy says they used to use wire. Okay, so there we go. We got wire, but still the little girl's got to be going pretty quick. I mean, where to hit?
And well, if it got her in the head or the neck, it didn't say anything about decapitation.
Nope, just said she died tragically after running into a clothesline in the yard. Unless we're talking WWE clothesline, and she just got gacked by the Undertaker.
Unless the other possibility is whatever at the end of that line is tied to a post or a tree or something like that. She ran into that at maybe a high in a concussion type head injury that they didn't know how to treat back then.
We continue on. Some believe her spirit lingers in the dining room where she allegedly passed away. So they brought her into the dining room table where she died, and then we all ate on the table afterwards. Morbid. Yet, no historical record confirms her existence, begging the question, if Annabelle never lived, who was haunting the room? So now not only did the poor girl die in a tragic accident with a clothesline, now they're trying to say, well, we don't have any records of her actually existing. So her ghost is running around going, hey, I'm over here. No,
So
no,
the
no.
so the ghost has a ghost.
The ghost has a ghost.
What? That's a first. Uh, can it get any better? A ghost with the ghost with the most.
Oh, God.
Derail.
Oh, now we're derailed. Now we're off the tracks. Now we're
Sorry, I think
at the
so.
36-minute mark, and the train just blitz.
I did.
Ah,
How can I? If it's a little kid, a little girl, I mean, you have to. There's got to be some sort of record
okay.
somewhere.
I think what we need to do is get some young kids and have them run across the yard as fast as they could.
Reenactment.
Reenactment. And
Yes.
we'll buy a radar gun and we'll clock them at how fast they go.
We gotta use a wire. We got to put wire.
Tammy says I found out it was a low-hanging clothesline. It broke
Oh,
her
it broke
neck.
her neck. Oh. But still, in order for it to be a low, a low hanging clothesline, she had to have done. I mean, kids don't really run super fast. Okay. Did she get tangled up in it and it broke her neck? Is that a possibility?
I don't know. I got nothing on that one. I'm imagining she's just running through the yard, ruptured her trachea. Okay, all right, that makes a little more sense. Kids are playing tag, and it goes running across the yard.
Damn, we gotta thank Tammy for all this, man. I'm just going off on a little tangent here. She's pulling all this stuff up. Appreciate it, Tammy. Darren, we gotta start paying her. You got Dr. Pepper, I got the Jack.
There's a little bit of makers in this.
Oh my! Wow. Okay, so that makes sense, but still, there's that little bit of information saying that there's no evidence of her existence or whatever. Could they have the records be lost to time? Did they get lost in fire? Was she born somewhere else, moved there, and no one was able to locate where she came from? There's so much to go with that. But anyway.
Well, we're just going to have to go to San Diego, see if we can't rent the place out, sit up all night, be like, hey, Annabelle, why were you running so fast and not looking where you were going? And then, of course, we piss her off, and then we bring in the wrong flowers, so we piss off the other ghost. Why not? That seems to be what we do nowadays, is we just piss things off. We go through the woods and be like, hey, we're going to go through the woods and look for Sasquatch and hanging trees.
Yeah, but see, we're not going to, piss something off. We're just, well, okay.
Whatever it was yesterday was not happy with us.
Yeah, I'm leaving that one alone.
All right. Anyway, okay. All right. I got you.
We'll leave that one alone for a little later.
That'll be another day.
Yeah.
One of the most compelling types of paranormal evidence comes in the form of full-bodied apparitions. Ghosts and guides have claimed to see shadowy figures or misty forms dressed in Victorian-era clothing wandering through the halls, vanishing as quickly as they appear.
That would be honestly one thing I would love to witness. I have not actually witnessed a full apparition.
I have, and it's okay.
I mean,
If we
I
can
would-
ever get back into the Klondike basement,
yeah. I'm just, stating for my little own personal self. I've never actually seen one, and I would love to.
let's
Just
go to
so,
San Diego.
right?
It'll probably be the last thing we actually see.
Don't say that.
Well, I'm bringing dandelions into the house. There's your flowers. I want to see the picture change to a scowl, and then I get pulled out and be like, "All right, I'm going away, James." And then you look over, there's her pulling me, and you're like, "Oh my God, it's a full-bodied apparition!" And then here comes a little girl with her head kind of.
And just as I'm staring at you, there's this knife just going by your ear. Yeah, you see, you did this one. We're off the rail.
Tammy says they gave cookies to the neighbor kids, and she was excited. Oh, so she wasn't playing tag. They gave her cookies, and she was excitable and running away.
Okay, so there you go, people. Don't give your kids too much sugar. That's what happens when you do.
Don't give them too much sugar in a backyard with a low-lying clothesline.
Wire clothesline.
Wire clothesline.
Damn, okay.
Does anybody even have clotheslines anymore? I mean, really, do they?
I knew of a couple people that did. I don't know if they still use them, but a few years ago they did.
Others have snapped photos during their visit, only to later discover strange anomalies, unexplained shadows, glowing orbs, and even ghostly faces staring back from the windows. The Whaley House has garnered national attention for these reports. Paranormal experts from shows like America's Most Haunted on the Travel Channel and Ghost Adventures have conducted investigations on site. Each team has captured what they claim to be compelling evidence, ranging from EVP recordings and temperature fluctuations to video footage of unexplained movement, cementing the Whaley House's reputation as a true paranormal hotspot.
Now that almost makes me want to pull up that episode from Ghost Adventures just to see.
I kind of want to do it too.
Damn it. I don't like watching that shit. Oh. Write it down on the checklist tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it while I'm at work. Okay.
No, it was also on Sci-Fi Channel's Fact or Fake Paranormal Files.
Nah.
Yeah. Sammy says, movie night.
Every night's movie night.
It always is.
Well.
So, what have we gone through in the last 45 minutes of chaos?
Oh, I'm just curious. I mean, I know they put homes and businesses on the National Historic things of that, but honestly, what made this family and this house so special to put it on, the national landmark? Because usually isn't that kind of like reserved for prominent businesses and people that influence their community and whatnot.
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a thought.
So yeah, I mean, if you look on the,
I guess. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, we've gone way off the rails. I don't think we're going to recover for the last 45 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I guess the Thomas's father was a successful businessman. He had uh, creation of a thriving lumber, hardware, and mining supply store, on Montgomery Street in San Francisco, which he owned with a business partner, George Wardle. Interesting.
Now they do evening tours. Whaley House evening tour. Looks like tickets for the adult are $25.65, and children are $18.05. I don't know why you'd want to have a child's ticket be so expensive. They're just going to run through the backyard and get gacked by the damn clothesline. Hopefully you guys remove that. So, Whaley House, did we get rid of that clothesline?
Yeah, is it still there?
Can we recreate that situation to see what was going on?
I know a couple kids we can use. I didn't say that out loud. Sorry.
So the duration is 30 to 40 minutes. Capacity of 20 people on each tour. Doesn't look like they do overnighters. I think you guys should do overnighters.
If it's a museum, I don't think they would.
Well, here we go. Whaley House After Hours Paranormal Investigation. Damn. Tickets are $113.05.
What?
Or you can add trip protection for $11.31. I don't know if that is. Oh, so basically, if your trip gets canceled, the trip protection. I thought it was maybe if you got tripped in the house itself. That would be cool. Maybe we need to add that to our thing, is trip protection on your thing.
Yeah.
Pay a few extra bucks. We'll really point out where all the cracks in the sidewalk are.
Well, here's a few things for you. The Whaley House in pop culture. Have you heard this one? In 2005, Life magazine named the Whaley House the most haunted house in America due to its reputation for being thoroughly haunted. Numerous TV shows have conducted paranormal investigations on the home. Obviously, Ghost Adventures, BuzzFeed, Unsolved, Ghost Files. Ghost Files? I'm going to have to watch that one. And Most Haunted, among others. During the Ghost Adventures episode, one investigator told Zach Baggins that she communicated with George Whaley's ghost through an obulus. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire host Regis Philbin recounted his experience at the Whaley House multiple times, including on the show's Celebrity Ghost Story and The Haunting of. In 1964, Philbin spent a night there because he wanted to see a ghost. Philbin later said of his encounter, "All of a sudden I noticed something on the wall. There was something filmy white. It looked like an apparition of some kind. I got so excited I couldn't restrain myself. I flipped on a flashlight and nothing was there but a portrait of Anne Whaley, the long dead mistress of the house." Was Philbin's eyes playing tricks on him, or did the beloved celebrity come face to face with the ghost of Anne Whaley? The Whaley House has also been covered on paranormal podcasts, including Morbid, and That's Why We Drink. Okay. And Two Girls, One Ghost, and That's Why We Drink. Host Christine Schaefer stated in the episode that she had seen the ghost of Thomas Whaley at the top of the stairs. There was no one upstairs, and the door Thomas's ghost passed through was covered in plexiglass. It was then that Schaefer had the stunning realization that she had seen a ghost. Schaefer and co-host M. Schultz then went on to investigate the Whaley House, where they collected several EVPs and other evidence of hauntings. Why? Because it's a museum, they put the plexiglass over in front of doors now.
Apparently. By the way, we got Ghost King 3362 saying hi. Hello, Ghost King.
Hello. So that was just a little added pop culture to the list of the Whaley House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't got much more. Oh, hell. We about that Skeptic's Corner yet?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit up Skeptic's Corner.
I'm still so up in the air about that child, dude. That just I for some reason hung up on that. I mean, to get cookies and be excited for it and then running through the yard and then dying from running into a wire clothesline, cutting up the trachea or whatever. It's hard for me to fathom that. It just I don't know.
And the problem is the kid got a cookie, was excited about the cookie, and didn't even get to eat the cookie.
True. I mean, I guess the question begs: was there clothes on that clothesline or no clothes?
Don't know.
If there was no clothes, then I could see how. I mean, if it's a wire and it's super thin, you ain't gonna be able to probably to see that as you're running around. She probably just thought maybe there was nothing there in the yard and just whoop. But still. And the fact that they can't find any evidence of her living.
I mean, she gacked herself really, really good.
Did it say how old she was, by the way? I don't think so.
I don't think it did. Just it was a friend of one of the other kids.
Yeah, it doesn't say how old she was.
Yeah. So would you say haunted, not haunted? Oh, Tammy says 4. She was 4.
All right, Tammy, where are you coming up with all this good stuff? Or are you just picking up a number out thin air? No, okay, 4. So that had to be a seriously low line clothesline.
Unless it was a very tall child.
Now, dude, I now even have more issues with this. But haunted, not haunted. You know, everything right there. I'll go ahead and say it probably is haunted.
I think we're going to just be fixated on the little child being gacked by a clothesline. Amongst everything else that we've got going on. Sammy says I have my pages bookmarked for more research.
Dude, she set this up.
Yeah, she's setting it up, knocking it down, and we're over here just taking back the whiskey.
I am. I don't know what you're doing. But...
I've got a little maker's mark in my Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay.
Probably not as much Jack as you have in your Coke.
Yeah, it was on the lighter side today. I didn't make it heavy, like normal. But well, what's your thoughts? Haunted, not haunted?
I would say that just because of the fact that all the bad stuff that's actually happened on the grounds and with the house, that, like the Flavel mentioned, I would say that, this is the family home. So a lot of the spirits would probably still be sticking around. Sammy says, I'm not allowed to drink. That's okay. We got you covered.
If you're watching us, you can drink all you want. You can drink with us. Well, okay, then let me ask you this, and I already know the answer, but would you honestly build a house on a property that had so much death on it? Hangings, executions, and supposedly a cemetery there.
I probably would not because I'm normal and sane and I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, apparently the main archway in the house itself, he built the arch where the gallows was.
No.
Yes, so the main archway in the house between the living room and the dining room is where the gallows used to sit.
Okay, now what in God's green earth would possess somebody to do something like that?
Maybe the guy was in the occult. A lot of weird deaths going on. He sees the ground, a cemetery, or hanging people. I'm going to build my home here. And then a little 4-year-old gets gacked by a clothesline and dies on the kitchen table. Or you're going to have to eat dinner later.
After that, I wouldn't eat. Fuck no.
Hopefully they change tables. At least they would change the table and say, you know what, we got to take this one out. We got to be a little bit respectful.
Tammy said it's not me. We lived in a house that may have been on a burial ground. Yeah, no. I wouldn't mind, I guess, living next to a cemetery or something like that. I'm not opposed to that. But I wouldn't build on a sacred land like that. or yeah, no. That's bad juju all the way around.
Build my house right here.
You're asking for it.
Well, I mean, you're like, build my house right here, and I need the central archway
right
here. Exactly, this spot right here.
There would be no amount of protection you could do to save yourself from something like that. That is just my thought.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We're already off the rails.
Well, we kind of got back on track.
And we got back on track. We got there. So we will talk to you all next week. I believe we're going to do Winchester House next week.
Wait a minute. Winchester?
Yeah.
I thought we already did Winchester.
Let me look back on the old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did Winchester.
Well,
Winchester 2.0.
Well, we didn't do Winchester.
No?
No, we did Winchester on the other show.
Oh, that other show.
Into the Light?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, the other show.
Yeah, that show.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. They all bleed together when we've had a few drinks and been out all day in the hot sun.
Right. All right. So next week, Winchester House. I know what somebody's got to be doing right as soon as they get off of here.
Oh, she's already been working on it.
That's what I'm saying. All right. People.
All right. So James is going to sign us out.
Hey, keep your cryptids close and tight and hug them all night.
We'll see you next Sunday, everybody. Bye.
Right.